Curly G, what are you doing? We gotta get dressed for the fast lane shoot. We're about to start the show.
I am dressed. Since we're doing We Want Our Mummy, the Stooges play detectives. So I thought I'd throw my detective gear on and solve a real important mystery.
Mystery? What mystery? What's missing?
The jokes in this fast lane script.
Hey, I wrote this script.
Now I know why it's not funny. Mystery solved.
Come on, take that outfit off. You're too dumb to be a detective. I bet you didn't even go to school.
Of course I went to school. I was an outstanding student.
You were?
Yeah, I was outstanding in the halls.
What school did you go to?
Elementary, my dear Andy. Elementary. I think I just found the Missy joke!
Let's go! It's the Three Stooges in the Fast Lane with your host, Andy P., who's just not qualified for anything else, and Curly G., the idiot grandson of the great Curly Howard, with Kurt Lamont, the great-grandson of Larry Fine, and boy is he great, and Chris Sturmick, who just hangs around just like Mo all day, with a special appearance by the Shemp Howard Goils, and an interview with Hollywood preservationist Bob Satterfeld. And this week's episode, We Want Our Mummy. Now let's go! Hi, Stooge fans. I'm Andy P., official Stooge ambassador, and your host of the Three Stooges in the Fast Lane, where we deep dive into your favorite Stooge short, interview a Stooge-related guest, go on a Stooge location visit, answer some fan mail, and present a Three Stooges classic in the most Stooge way possible. Now, normally, I would be joined by my co-host, Curly G., the youngest grandson of the great Curly Howard, but not surprisingly, he is nowhere to be found. Actually, I think I found him. Curly G! Get in here! What are you doing?
Hi, Andy. Hiya, folks, and welcome to the Fast Lane.
I already said that. You're late, and you're making a mess, and why are you dressed like this?
You said that you wanted to feature a mummy in this episode.
No, I said I wanted to feature your mommy in this episode.
My mommy?
Yeah, she is Curly's daughter, and she wouldn't ruin a show like you do.
Well, it works out anyways because of the short we're doing. The 37th of the Three Stooges shorts, We Want Our Mummy, from 1939.
Hey, I was going to announce a movie. He gypped me.
You mean Egypt, you? Because the short takes place in Egypt.
That's awful.
You wrote it.
Well, then you delivered it completely wrong.
Oh, guess I should have kept it under wraps.
Okay, no more mummy jokes.
Why? I'm just trying to get my mummy's worth.
Here. Let me help with these wraps.
Oh, why? Are they loose?
No, but you need a wrap in the mouth.
Oh!
Okay. Well, now, can we get on with the show?
Oh, yeah. My favorite part. Telling the folks about the movie. We Want Our Mummy was filmed November 1st through November 4th in 1938, and it was released just a few months later on February 24th, 1939, which was a Friday for those of you that were wondering.
Nobody was. Now, this short came between Three Little So-and-Sos and A Ducking They Did Go, and was the first short to feature the Three Blind Mice as the official Three Stooges theme song. This version is often called the sliding strings version, and would be used regularly up to and including 1942's What's the Matador?
But actually, it was accidentally used for 1938's Flatfoot Stooges because of the confusion with the release date.
Right! But then, for the short released right after Three Little So-and-Sos, they were back to Listen to the Mockingbird theme song.
I got a good mind to bust this iron over your head.
They would keep this version until 1944, when it was replaced by the new syncopated jazzy version in the key of F, first used in Gents Without Sense, the short known for the famous Niagara Falls routine.
Niagara Falls!
But more on that some other time.
Why? We have a moron on that right now! Ow!
Sorry, Andy. It's a reflex I got from my great Uncle Mo.
Can we get back to teaching them something?
Can we?
Yes, can we?
I don't know, can we? Oh! Yeah, we can.
All right, so now, it was during this short that this publicity photo was taken, which has become one of the more well-known and used images of the Stooges. It's found on all kinds of things, like signs, trading cards, postcards, t-shirts, sneakers, calendars. It's even the inspiration for the poses on these life-size statues right here at Stooge HQ. These statues were displayed at the Three Stooges themed store Knuckleheads at the Glendale Galleria back in the mid-1990s.
Is this how tall they were?
Actually, I think they were much shorter than this. You'll notice when you see the boys face off with the bad guys in the scene where Curly plays the mummy.
Well, fancy seeing you here.
So you guys are in here, eh?
Now, for it being their 37th Columbia short, there's still a few firsts in it. It's the first time Curly shakes like a dog after coming out of the water. It's the first time a bad guy is dressed as a monster. The first time Moe is looking through something and spots Larry's hair. The first time a stooge uses the word imbecile.
What does he think I am, an imbecile?
And the first time Who Came In was used in response to being called gentleman.
Gentlemen.
Who came in?
And it's the first time Curly chatters his teeth with a metallic sound, which is a hereditary trait I inherited from him. What?
That's amazing! Let me see. That's remarkable!
Thank you!
You're welcome!
Oh! Now, folks, we need to cut to a commercial, but make sure you come back and we'll guarantee you satisfaction with a bunch of great info and laughs.
Curly G, how are you gonna guarantee that?
Well, let's just say satisfaction guaranteed or double your money back.
Mummy back?
Money back. Money back. Money back. Andy?
Curly G,
Oh.
what are you doing?
Oh, I found these models and I thought I'd put them together for the fans. After all, it's one of the few pieces of Stooge merchandise made that was connected to a specific short. And that short happens to be We Want Our Mummy. Look, it was based on the publicity photo of the boys holding props they never held in the short.
Where did you find these models?
They were just lying around.
Lying around where?
In your house? In a locked cabinet? In a hidden room? It took a lot of detective work for me to figure out those locks.
Figure out the locks, so how did you do it?
Easy! Dynamite!
Curly G,
Oh!
this is expensive stuff! And all this stuff is in contention to be used at the Three Stooges exhibit at the Hollywood Museum!
The Three Stooges exhibit! Hollywood Museum, I want to go! Oh!
We still have stuff to talk about.
Oh, well, you get started. I gotta get gluing these pieces together.
Okay, well, now, this is not the only time the Stooges would visit ancient Egypt. We'd see them there again in 1948's Mummy's Dummies, and again with Curly Joe in a 1965 cartoon, Mummy's Boys.
You can't do that to us.
Shemp would have his own solo outing in My Mummy's Arms, and there was also a planned comic book story by Moe's son-in-law Norman Maurer for the 8th Three Stooges comic book, but plans were sadly abandoned. Curly G, this is your line. You're supposed to talk. What's the matter? What? What are you doing? You glued your mouth shut? Now, normally that'd be a dream come true, but we're in the middle of a show. Help you? I don't have time to help you. Hey, buddy, we need your help.
Oh, coming right up. At your service. What seems to be the headache, boss?
My idiot friend glued his mouth shut.
Spread out. Let me have a look at this. Oh, so he did. Well, don't you worry. I'll fix this up in a jiffy. Don't you worry your bloated old head. Go back to talking to these morons who watch this junk, and I'll try to fix this moron jiffy quick.
Oh, good idea.
Let's see here.
Okay, now, you'll notice that Moe technically has multiple roles in We Want Our Mummy. He not only plays the voice of the echo that scares Curly,
I asked you first, where are you?
None of your business.
but he's also the voice of the radio announcer.
Do you need money? Borrow on your camel or elephant. Everywhere we go, commercial announcements.
Apparently, this was a way of producer Jules White had of saving money by not having to hire another actor. And although this was the first time Moe played the announcer on the radio, it wouldn't be the last. Moe would go on to play the voice on the radio in From Nurse to Worse,
Be on the lookout for three funny-looking men.
Dunked in the Deep,
A hot suspect is being sought, and results are expected within a very short time.
and the wacky and unusual Cuckoo on a Choo Choo.
A railroad car named Schmo, which was lost, strayed, or stolen, is being sought by railway detectives.
Hey, how's that going?
I don't know. This moron really did a number on himself. Shut up.
Hey, this is supposed to be his next scene. I don't know what comes next.
Oh, he says talk about the cat.
Ow, okay. We Want Our Mummy boasts a cameo from Stooge fan favorite, the pencil mustache Eddie Lawton, a British-American actor who appeared in over 30 Stooge shorts. Lawton was placed under contract by Columbia Pictures in 1935. Almost certainly thanks to Larry Fine, who had met and befriended Lawton when he managed a Detroit vaudeville theater that Larry once played at. He worked at Columbia almost exclusively for 10 years in features, westerns, short subjects, and serials throughout the 1930s and 40s. But Stooge fans will recognize him mostly for his roles such as Percy Pomeroy, Convict 41144, and So Long Mr. Chumps and Beer Barrel Polecats, and as a happy drunk in Local Boy Makes Good. Lawton was thought to be an excellent utility player, useful in good guy and bad guy roles alike. And it was this versatility that must have impressed the Stooges enough to hire him to be their straight man during their live shows through the late 1930s. He even accompanied them on their 1939 tour of the British Isles.
Hold on, fellas. Hey, Ambassador, don't forget to mention that Eddie Lawton's third wife was Mary Eaton, who was also the star of the Marx Brothers' first film, The Coconuts, way back in 1929. You know what? That's quite a mouthful. On second thought, forget I ever said it.
Hey, get out of here. You're going to get me in trouble.
They call me a grouch. Come on, fellas.
Now, sadly, he passed away of pneumonia on March 21st, 1952, just 2 months after the death of Curly Howard, who died of a massive cerebral hemorrhage. Both he and Curly were born in the same year, 1903, and were both 48 years old when they died, within months of each other.
Hey, why are you being so sappy? You're supposed to be entertaining these people.
I'm entertaining them, but I'm also educating them about the co-stars that they love so much.
You're doing a lousy job. Maybe I gotta get this guy talking.
Success! 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 Oh, thanks, fellas. Just in time to tell about some of the other casts. You'll notice more of your Stooge favorites in the short, including Bud Jameson, Dick Curtis, and James C. Morton, who sadly makes his last appearance in the Stooge short. Morton will be remembered for his roles in 11 unforgettable Stooge shorts, including, and maybe most notably, for playing the court clerk in Disorder in the Court.
Raise your right hand.
Sadly, he passed away in 1942 at the age of 58 from chronic myocarditis.
Laurel and Hardy fans may remember him as the bartender that gives Ollie the wooden mallet to shut up Stan in Way Out West.
You mean a mallet like this?
Oh, let me see that. Here.
Oh!
And here. With all this yammering, not one of you talked about Professor Tuttle.
Professor Tuttle?
Professor Tuttle.
What about him?
Yeah, what about him? We don't even know anything about him.
That's what's about him. It's a mystery. Nobody knows about Professor Tuttle.
Well, that's what the whole short's about. The mystery of Professor Tuttle.
I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the real-life mystery of Professor Tuttle.
Who's the real-life mystery of Professor Tuttle? I don't even know the actor that played him.
Aha! That's the real-life mystery, you see? With all the film historians and all the Stooge fans, no one can say the actor's name that played Professor Tuttle. It remains one of the greatest mysteries in Stooges' Unidentified Players.
Sherlock G will have to get to the bottom of this.
Why don't you just get to the bottom of how you got your mouth glued shut?
Oh, that's easy. I accidentally put my fingers in the glue like this. And then I wanted to lick the glue off my fingers so they wouldn't stick together, so I put them in my mouth.
No. You are an idiot. Come here, give me a hand with this, would you?
But the show!
What show? Just cut to a commercial.
Oh, good idea. Okay, we need a commercial, folks. We'll be back in a minute, I promise.
Spread out, will you? I'm working over here.
Oh! Ow! Hey guys, we're back on!
Well, cut to another commercial. We ain't done.
I can't. We gotta do the interview, and this interview is with Robert Satterfeld, whose idea it was to have a Three Stooges exhibit at the Hollywood Museum.
Well, you're gonna have to do it alone. Oh, that's a good idea. He said don't forget to tell him about the museum.
Oh, that is a good idea. Now, the Hollywood Museum on Highland Avenue, right in the heart of Hollywood, houses a tremendous collection of memorabilia from the history of American motion pictures and television. It is housed in the historic Max Factor Salon. It was designed by American architect Simeon Charles Lee. The collection contains over 11,000 items, including costumes, props, stop motion figures, photographs, scripts, and other artifacts.
Are you still yapping?
Yes, and this year the museum has decided to feature the Three Stooges, the first in its history. So, let's go find out more.
Now you see what you did? It made me miss the interview.
All right, here we are with Bob Satterfield, the Grand Sheik Emeritus of the Way Out West tent of the Sons of the Desert, which is the Laurel and Hardy Appreciation Society. So what would a Laurel and Hardy Grand Sheik be
doing here talking about the Three Stooges?
It's a tie-in. They're in the same era of the golden age of comedy. I just also was involved in the Hollywood Museum.
Right.
And that's how we kind of hooked up this time around. Family members and preservationists and big fans of the Three Stooges have loaned some really amazing items, personal effects of the Stooges, costumes, scripts, pictures, all kinds of things. And it's really a very cool exhibit and something that you don't normally see.
What was the idea behind doing the Three Stooges? How did the idea come about?
In 2014, I did the Sons of the Desert International Convention here in LA. We called it Laurel and Hardy Wood. Part of that was we had 100 years of Hal Roach Studios. And then I said, well, let's make you guys the torchbearers of the golden age of comedy, and let's do Abbott and Costello next. And I said, okay, let's keep the ball rolling. And so we just opened the Three Stooges. They're out there because people, love, especially the things that came from the families, they get to look at some of the snapshots that were there of, Larry's family and whatnot that, not a lot of people get to see and whatever. So you really get to peek into the background of these guys.
What do you think the coolest piece was in that when you got, you were like, oh, wow?
Well, I like personal things and things that were in the movies. So Moe's suitcase that brought him and was in a movie that checked off two of my boxes right there, and the jewelry that they had from some of the ladies that wore him in the film. That was really, who the heck sees that?
And one of the medals that Curly had on from the Nazi spy.
Nazis. Yeah,
I was like, the fact that this even exists. It's so funny you mentioned, the Hal Roach Studios, they had Charlie Chase,
right,
who was a writer and director of several Three Stooges shorts.
Right.
In fact, it was his idea to do the B.A. Biggie Bye song.
Oh, wow.
So now, you mentioned to me earlier that you went to Mo Howard's funeral.
I did. I was a senior in high school. I'm at the cemetery in the funeral and everything, and all of a sudden this guy walks around the corner. And I did oh my God, it's a double take. He looked exactly like Mo Howard. I didn't realize there's another brother, Jack.
Oh, yes.
That was him at the ceremony. And I was like, I was seeing a ghost. And, who is it? He looks exactly like what Mo did, at the time. It was just cool to be there and pay your respects and whatever,
So now you've had the opportunity to meet some co-stars that the Three Stooges starred with.
Yes, there's a lot of crossover between the Laurel and Hardy co-stars, but Bess Flowers and Jimmy Albry and Babe London, they were all people that I met through the Laurel and Hardy Club or my visits out at the Motion Picture Home.
So now Bess Flowers also, she's famous, I think, for being in the most nominated Academy Awards.
Right, yeah. She's in 1,000, queen of the extras, and so forth. And she was in Laurel and Hardy's We Fall Down. Yeah.
And then Babe London, who played the toothless nurse in the Shemp short.
Yeah.
She's also, I think low-key, Our Wife is my favorite Laurel and Hardy short.
She was really good in that. And what a history. She was with Chaplin and so many other people too,
Did she talk about making movies?
She did. She talked mostly about how wonderful everybody was. When you finally get to meet some of these people and, you want to know, oh yeah, he was very nice. And, so she was one of those that everybody's wonderful,
What, do you have a favorite Stooge?
Shemp.
Will you marry me?
Oh, but you jumped right at that
I
one.
did. There's no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, is it more because of his work outside the Stooges?
Yeah, that, and I felt he was more versatile. He could do a little bit of everything.
Right.
Whereas the rest of them are pretty typecast in what they did.
What do you think is your favorite non-Stooge Shemp performance?
The Bank Dick.
Oh, yeah.
But, I was an 11th grade English teacher in San Bernardino. I had a questionnaire I would give out. One of the questions on this was, have you ever met a celebrity? And if so, who? And one came up and said, yeah, he met Larry Fine. No, met Larry. This is 1991. Who meets Larry Fine? You're a high school kid. Oh yeah, he probably saw the picture on the wall because I had one of the Three Stooges in their graduation gowns. And he saw that and I'm going to suck up to the teacher right at the beginning. So the next day I said, hey Kurt, come up here. I said, tell me. you met the Larry Fine? Yeah. And I said, you had to be 2. And he goes, yeah, I was. He's my great-grandfather.
Well, thanks so much, Bob, for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. And do me a favor and slap Kirk for me, will you?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, real hard.
All right, hold still now. Ah, it ain't working.
What are we gonna do?
I think he said cut to a video.
Oh, good idea. Now, normally we would do a location video here at the Fast Lane, but for this episode, we're going to take it one step further. We've documented our entire journey from helping to find rare Stooge gems right here at Stooge HQ to dropping pieces off with Kurt Lamont, the great-grandson of Larry Fine himself, to our journey on opening night where we dressed as and honored the Stooges and met the fans and family members who gathered together to celebrate the boys. And we're going to cut to that video right now! First, I dug around Stooge headquarters to see what I could find. And I found some original and one-of-a-kind pieces, along with some stuff that belonged to Curly Joe Dorita himself.
All right, you ready?
Let's go.
Then Larry's great-grandson, Kurt Lamont, and I headed to the museum to drop some stuff off. And then he pulls this out.
Wait, what's this? This is the #1 thing in the collection.
Get out of here! And it even gets better.
Let me show you something.
No way!
Yeah, that's the one. He had his name stenciled on it afterwards.
I had no idea he even had this.
This is the crown jewel of my collection.
You know, we're doing this Fastlane episode on We Want Our Mummies, and you have the suitcase from it. I had no clue.
Yeah, that was, I don't think that suitcase was actually in the episode. I do believe it's just for that promotional imagery.
Oh, okay.
I watched the episode a few times, and it could be. They do pull, like, they have that car with all that stuff on it, and they, like, pull up in Cairo or wherever. But I do know that was most from that shoot, that photo shoot, from what I've been told, and all that. But I don't know if it was the same one in the episode, so I can't make that claim 100%.
Right.
It's a Mo prop from the actual episode, at least from the actual episode's promotional photo shoot.
So we pulled up behind the museum.
No other place around a place, so this must be the place, huh?
And we got ourselves a sneak peek. And then Kurt started pulling out all these goodies. It was so fun to see all these treasures.
Very, very rare. It's horribly written.
That's a rare one.
Take it away.
And even the museum people were as excited as I was. I wanted everything he had. And when this exhibit is over, he better give me this. He never told me he had this stuff.
And I got me a hat out of it. There's stuff in there you have not shared with me.
Really?
Yeah, a Stroke of Luck book.
Well, dude, there's things in there that I was pulling out that I forgot I even had.
I hope this is a red carpet affair, because I'm ready to party.
But then the big night came. And we dressed as the Stooges and headed down with Curly G.
Got a wrench.
I got one right here. Take it.
It's gonna take more than that.
Drive straight, would you?
Within minutes, we hit Hollywood.
We're going to the museum. Join us. The Three Stooges exhibit. Finally, after all these years, and we're gonna make it last.
We were so excited. And we got to mingle with the Stooges families.
Great opportunity to showcase the Stooges.
I'm the Larry's granddaughter.
And then we hung out until it was time to hit the red carpet.
Hello.
What a blast it was. It felt like old Hollywood. And we did interviews and goofed around.
Straighten up and fly right.
We met some super fans. And then the night began and the families started their speeches.
It's a great time when we can get together and celebrate the Three Stooges.
I have so many stories to tell you about Shemp. It's a legacy that I've always been proud of.
He was a loving family man.
So he called Mo and said, come over and help me.
Curly G embarrassed himself.
Somebody stop this.
This is my amazing legacy I get to carry on.
And then it was our turn to go up and pay tribute to the boys.
And then the moment came where we got to see all these wonderful Stooge artifacts. I felt so proud to be there, and I knew that the Stooges themselves would be so happy and honored to know how much love there still is for them. Wow, what a great night and a great exhibit. I, for one, am so happy and so proud that the Stooges are finally getting their due. All right, fellas, how's it going?
I think I got it finally sorted out. I took the dynamite, see, and I glued it to his hand. Then I glued the other part to his mouth. All we got to do now is light it.
Wait! Are you crazy? You can't do that!
Sure I can. Watch me.
You're gonna blow up all of Stooge HQ!
Well, let's do it outside.
Oh, good idea.
Alrighty now. This is gonna be a blast. Wait a minute, there's someone forgetting. Oh yeah! Run! Run? Oh wait, maybe we should cut to a commercial first. I hope to see you when we're done. You too.
I can't believe how we got out of that one!
No one will ever believe it!
Best of all, there's no mess to clean up.
And look, fellas, I can talk again! Blah, blah, blah! Blah, blah, blah!
Get the glue.
Hey, look, fellas, we're on!
Oh, my job is done. Back to work.
No, wait, we still need you. We're almost there, because before we enter the film, there's one last thing I'd like to show the folks, and it's this!
Is that a book?
Yeah! It's not just any book, it's the Three Stooges Book of Scripts, Volume 2 by Joan Howard Maurer, Moe's daughter. Printed in 1987, this book contains the original shooting script for We Want Our Mummy, straight from her father Moe's personal collection. Among some of the gems you'll find in this script, I learned that they describe this as Curly pawing his face. And yes, that action was actually scripted.
I've never heard that described better.
And there's a gag and a joke in here that I thought would be worth reading. Now, the first one is from page 21, where Curly is being followed by the mummies. Let's demonstrate. I'll be Curly, you be the mummy, and you read.
Read?
Just the words.
Okay. Medium shot. Curly backs away frightened as the mummy, which is a phony, steps out of the sarcophagus. Sarcophagus? That ain't easy to say. With his arms outstretched, Curly falls backwards over a small object. The mummy reaches down to grab him as Curly tries to scramble out of his reach. The mummy leaps over him. Curly, cornered and trying to get away, leaps over the mummy and lands on all fours. The mummy leaps over Curly's back, landing in a crouching position. They play leapfrog like this across the room until Curly's leaping over the mummy's shoulders and crashes into the wall.
Now, the second joke is from page 30.
What, towards the end of the short?
Yeah, where Curly's pretending to be the mummy.
Oh.
Here we go. Jackson, holding the scimitar, turns back to Curly to cut the bandages. He stops and reacts.
Look, he burst open, and there's a zipper on him.
He turns suspiciously towards the group.
Say, did they have zippers in them days?
Sure, don't you know the old Egyptian proverb? A zipper a day keeps a doctor away.
Jackson gives Moe a look and turns back to Curly. He starts searching around his chest. Feels something.
I've got it! The ruby of Rootin' Tootin'!
He pulls out a huge dollar watch. Reacts. Then looks menacingly at Moe and Larry.
Now don't tell me they had watches too.
Why, sure they did. They used them to check their sundial.
Jackson reaches into Curly's chest again, pulls out a newspaper. Headline reads, Yanks win World Series.
And that's where the short picks up, with Curly saying, yeah, and I won $5, which is a rare reference to the real world in which the Yankees beat the Cubs in the 1938 World Series.
Well, that's enough of that. I gotta go get back to cleaning.
No good. Get back to cleaning. We're done with you.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm gonna clean up your mess. The mess you made of this show.
Oh!
Spread out. Oh! Now, without any more wasted time, from 1939, directed by Del Lord and written by Cyril Kramer and Elwood Ullman, and starring the Three Stooges, along with Bud Jameson, Dick Curtis, Eddie Lawton, and some mystery man playing Professor Tuttle, we now present the classic, We Want Our Mummy. Roll it!
Crowell, Dr. Crowell. Bad news. The police are unable to find any trace of Professor Tuttle. His disappearance has them completely baffled.
That ruins our hopes of ever finding the tomb of King Rootin' Tootin'. Professor Tuttle is the only man alive who knows its exact location.
First, Professor Dalton dies mysteriously, and then Tuttle disappears. Something terrible happens to anyone who tries to explore that tomb. I'm telling you, it is the curse of Rootin' Tootin'.
But unless we secure the mummy of King Rootin' Tootin', our entire collection is worthless. We must find Tuttle.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. I sent for the 3 best investigators in the city, and they are our last hope.
Come in.
At your service night and day. If we don't get him, you don't pay. Excelsior!
To the hunt! Where's Professor Tuttle?
He's been kidnapped. That's why we sent for you.
Kidnapped, eh? What's the old bird look like?
Here is a picture of Professor Tuttle. Gentlemen, you must find him.
I got an idea.
What is it?
We'll start in the basement.
To the basement!
To the basement!
To the basement.
To the basement!
This must be the basement.
Excuse us for butting in, mister, but we're looking for a kidnapped professor. We're detectives.
Oh, detectives, eh? And you're looking for a kidnapped professor. Well, well. Hey, look, fellas, I've got to carry this out. Will you give me a hand?
Sure, you might do us a favor someday. I'll take that end.
I'll take this end. I'll take the end in the middle.
I'll open the door.
Up she goes, boy. Oh, boy. Take it easy. Up she goes.
Got it.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Easy, easy. Oh! You take it easy or I won't let you carry it at all.
Here you go.
Have you seen Professor Tuttle?
Certainly not.
Have you?
No.
Have you?
No.
That means we'll never find the missing king.
How'd you know the king was missing?
Oh, so you're the one, eh? That's how you won my 13 cents.
Gentlemen, gentlemen.
Who came in?
You don't understand. The missing king is Rootin' Tootin' III of Egypt.
Oh, missing persons are right up our alley. When was he last seen?
About 2,000 years, come Michaelmas Day.
Huh, a mere bag of tell. Give us 2,000 years and we'll bring him back alive.
Come any day.
I'm afraid we'll have to accept their offer.
Nobody in his right mind would undertake that expedition.
It's almost certain death.
Let's hire them before they find out about the curse of King Rootin' Tootin'.
Done. And if the curse does strike them, it will be a blessing to humanity.
Gentlemen, you're hired. We're sending you to bring back the mummy of King Rootin' Tootin'. You leave immediately for Cairo.
Say, I got an uncle in Cairo. He's a chiropractor.
And if you are successful, we will pay you $5,000.
The recovery of the mummy will prove of untold value to science.
For science!
For science.
For $5,000 bucks! Give us science!
Give us science.
Give us science!
Give us science. Give us science. Taxi.
Taxi! Taxi!
Taxi.
Where to?
Egypt.
Right.
Huh?
Hey, driver, stop here! Hold on here a minute now. Well, let's get off here.
Yeah, they might be here now.
Weigh the anchor.
40 pounds.
Out we go. You have been listening to Ali Ben Woodman and his swinging Bedouins. Do you need money? Borrow on your camel or elephant. No red tape, no cosigners. Everywhere we go, commercial announcements. Shut that thing off. Where's the map?
I must have lost it.
Now we'll have to travel by compass. I wonder, are we near the place?
Well, being there's no other place around the place, I reckon this must be the place, I reckon. If we don't come to a filling station pretty soon, I'm going to die of thirst.
Me too. My throat feels like a bale of hay.
Hey, hey!
I think I'll reconnoiter.
Think I'll get my hat.
We're coming to a jungle. I can see the tangled underbrush. And camels walking through it. No, they're octopus.
I can't see anything.
You will.
Oh! Look! A signpost!
Come on. Oh, boy, we're nearly in Cairo. The tomb ought to be around here someplace.
I'd rather go to Tunis, then we can have tuna sandwiches for lunch. Look! Water! Real pure salty water! It's the ocean!
Ocean nothing, that's a mirage.
Marriage is something you see yourself in. That's a mirage.
Mirage? That's where you keep your automobile.
I said a mirage.
Mirage, mirage, whatever it is, I'm going swimming. Yeah. Gee, the water's cold. Come on in. Hey, fellas! Come on in! Gee, the water is just wonderful!
Water?
Maybe he's got something here.
You think I'm crazy? Come on, try it. The last one in is an old maid.
Come on. Ready, set, go. I wonder where we are.
Maybe we're in the subway.
This is the tomb of the mighty King Rootin' Tootin'.
How do you know?
I didn't say anything.
Neither did I.
Infidels, prepare to die.
The joint's haunted.
Now, wait a minute.
Let me get out here. Let me get out here.
Listen, fellas, wait a minute.
Listen, I gotta get out.
No.
I gotta get out.
We'll look around the joint. Take a grip on yourself. Turn me loose. I want to be free. Now, come on. We'll look around there. I wonder where that knife came from. Hey, it's us!
Where?
Look out! After all that running, we're back in the same place.
All right, wise guy. You lead the way.
But listen,
Go on.
I'll go when I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Follow me. Gee, it's spooky in here. I'm glad you guys are behind me. There should be a door here.
The key.
Hey, Mo! Hey, Larry! Where are you? A nickel. I'm here. Where are you? I asked you first. Where are you?
None of your business.
Smoke! Mo, Larry! Mo, Larry! Oh. Pardon me, can you tell me how I can get out of here? Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you were a lady, Mummy. Looks like rootin' tootin'. Oh. Oh, boy, it's a rootin' tootin', all right. Oh, nails, huh? Oh. This ought to do it. I found it. King, old boy, you're going on a trip.
That's what you think.
Well, there's my orders, and when I get to them,
Oh, you did, eh? Oh!
Come on down, Applehead.
Take it easy, take it easy! Oh. Hey, fellas, listen. Did you ever hear a mummy talking? Well, I did.
Now he's talking to mummies.
Don't you believe me? He's right over there. Come on.
Talking to a mummy. What does he think I am, an imbecile?
What's the idea? Push it.
You pulled me through.
What happened?
Hey, look, there's Rootin' Tootin'.
The place is full of Rootin' Tootins.
Hey, he's the real McCoy.
McCoy, I thought his name was Rootin' Tootin'.
Hey, fellas, I found it. I found it.
You found what?
A tisket, a tasket, that green and yellow basket. No. Hey! Throw me a rope!
Oh, get him up. Get him up out of there. Come on. Come on. Ah. What a guy. What a guy. Hey, what's the idea of going swimming again? Come on, we can't stay in this tomb all day. We gotta get the king out of here. Come on.
That well is dangerous.
Grab a hold of that mummy and be careful.
It's worth $5,000.
You and I'll try to find that door.
$5,000. Come on, Rootin' Tootin', old kid. You're going places. Whoever crowns you king? Oh! Hey, Rootin' Toot, where are you?
What's the matter?
What happened?
He blew up. He's all unraveled.
I'll unravel you.
No!
Now we lose.
Wait! Help! Wait! Help! Help!
Tuttle, you've been leading me through this tomb for hours to give those pals of yours a chance to get the mummy. Well, you better start to talk before I count 3. Where is that mummy? 1, 2...
Wait! It's in there. I don't know where the door is.
All right, tear down the wall. And you better be telling the truth. Because if that mummy isn't in there intact, it'll be the finish for you and those 3 goons. Get it?
If they find out we killed the mummy, they'll kill us. What'll we do?
I got an idea. We'll make a mummy out of you.
I can't be a mummy. I'm a daddy.
All right, so you'll be a daddy mummy.
Oh, that's different.
Hurry up, get those bandages. Yeah, good thing I'm an old tailor.
Good. Get your arm down.
Here they come. Don't even take a breath. Well, fancy seeing you here.
So you guys are in here, eh? Where's Rootin' Tootin'?
Over there, and he's as good as new.
Boy, was he homely.
Awful. Say, where are those jewels that's supposed to be buried with them?
Oh, they always wrap him up inside the mummy. We'll have to cut him open. Let me have that sharp knife you got there.
He's burst open.
Yanks win World Series. Can you beat that?
Yeah, and I won $5.
No kidding. I had the Cubs and...
What? Hijackers, eh? After them, boys! They're gone, Professor. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah, but what about King Rootin' Tootin' and the 5,000?
He blew away.
That wasn't King Rootin' Tootin'. That was his wife, Queen Hotsy Totsy. This is Rootin' Tootin'. He was a midget.
A midget? And all this trouble over a shrimp like that?
What a small world.
Oh, boy, a midget.
Oh, boy.
Hey, fellas, look. A mummy alligator. I'm going to take him home. Oh, boy, will you look good on my wall. How am I going to get you up here? Oh, a rope.
What's the matter?
He bit me!
Ah, he couldn't bite. Taxi! Taxi!
Mail call! Mail's here! Mail for everybody! Not you, fella.
Oh boy, mail time!
Yes, let's see. Oh, this one's to you. Curly G, co-host, Stooge HQ.
Co-host? That's impressive.
Dear Curly G, have you ever visited your grandfather's final resting place?
Actually, it was only a couple years ago that we took that trip to see the cemetery. It's an honor to finally be here. And it was an extremely special and emotional day. We met my sister and my brother-in-law Hillary. You were there, Dermot was there. We met Robertino, who's a super Three Stooges fan. And it was a great day. Yeah, so I remember we were walking up to where we saw his resting place, and I think you guys noticed where the tombstone was. And then you let me approach it myself. You guys kind of backed off, and I walked up to it, and I saw his name in Hebrew and knew that this was it. And I had seen pictures of it, and I had seen it in videos in other places, and I was really overwhelmed as I walked up to it. I didn't know that I would be, but it's really like something came over me, emotion came over me, and I was just thinking to myself, like, how lucky am I, first of all, to be related to one of the most amazing comedians that ever walked this planet, but to also be able to pay my respects to him. And I felt his presence, and I just felt like I needed to just let my emotions out, and then I called you guys over. You came over, you put your arm on my shoulder, and we kind of sat there as a group. And then it was like, as close as I felt to my grandfather, me, you, and Dermot even became closer as friends.
First of all, I was so honored to go with you. And second, I didn't really plan on recording it, but I figured if I was going, I might as well. And I remember you were very different. You were very quiet in the car on the way, and me and Dermot were kind of goofing around. And then we kind of went off and we went to go find Shemp. And, something came over me where I wanted to smack you in front of Shemp's resting place. And then you did that double slap with Dermot.
I remember looking at him, and he was shocked, you were shocked, and then we just kind of busted out in laughter respectfully.
That's a good one. That's good.
It was so much fun, and I think they would have appreciated that. And then I remember coming out, and my sweater, the zipper had gotten stuck up here, and the bottom popped out, and it was like Curly. It was like how Curly wore his jacket, and I was like, oh my goodness, is this a sign that's never happened to me before?
It was definitely a sign.
I think it's a sign that you had too much for breakfast, Andy.
For Curly G and Andy, how did you end up on the cover of a Three Stooges comic book?
We're on the cover of a comic book?
I mean, what an amazing thing for it to happen to us. They must have seen that we do the Stooges and that we've built kind of a following. And I remember them just asking us, hey, do you guys want to be on the cover? Then they asked if we wanted to write a segment inside. And I was like, well, for me, that made sense because if people don't know who we are and we're on there as a Stooges, they're going to be like, well, who are these
Blasphemy.
guys? Yeah, blasphemy, right.
Yes.
So I wanted the story to reflect that. So, to have us playing ourselves, doing Stooge Talk Live, and we get dressed up and they take our picture and then we fantasize about what the story could be.
And you remember at first we got the black and white panels and we were like blown away. And I was like, I had no idea it was going to be this great. And then they added, when we saw the color was added to it, it changed the whole format. It was like we were coming alive. And then we had Grandpa and Great Uncle Mo and Larry. We were with the Stooges in a comic book and on the cover. I mean, if there was a Stooge bucket list, this is part of that bucket list.
Success! Success! Success!
Curly G, if you could sit down with your grandfather, what would be the first thing you'd ask him? How? How are you able to be so amazing? How are you able to do your character so effortless? Have such boyish charm? To be able to not only to be able to play the part of Curly, but to be able to do it with such ease. How are you able to just be you? Someone that no one else can copy. How are you able to just all of a sudden be brought into the scene and to not only be one of the Three Stooges, but to be America's favorite Stooge, to be the icon of comedy genius? How were you able to do that?
All right, so if you'd like us to answer your question, make sure you leave it on our Facebook or Instagram or even our YouTube in the comment section, and we'll find it and we'll answer them in future episodes of Three Stooges in the Fast Lane. Well, folks, that wrapped up yet another episode of Three Stooges in the Fast Lane. Make sure you join us next... Hey, Curly, you got in a mummy costume. The show's over. Hey, you're choking me.
Hey, Andy, I've got some good news and bad news.
Curly, what you got in a mummy costume?
Well, that's the good and bad news. The good news is I found a real mummy. The bad news is he's come to life.
You mean that's not you?
How can that be me? I'm right here. He can be a real moron sometimes.
Hey, Curly, get me out of this.
After the wrap-up. Well, folks, thanks for joining the show. We'll see you next time on Three Stooges in the Fast Lane. Andy, what are you so scared of? It's just a mummy. A mummy!
Good night from the Three Stooges. Sleep tight, kids.